Good afternoon. How are you guys doing? Did you enjoy last night's debate? I know I did, and I'll tell you why. It was interesting because watching President Donald Trump and former Vice President Joe Biden actually have a discussion and zero interruptions from either party was interesting. It wasn't a shouting match, so for those of you that was hoping to grab the popcorn and watch people just kind of like battle it out in the final debate, you didn't get that. But what we did get is we did hear policy. We heard a lot of things about coronavirus. We heard about the over 500 children who've been separated from their parents at the border. We've heard about them being in cages. We've heard about Joe Biden talk about climate change. And we've heard about Donald Trump talk about how he's been the best president on the environment since Teddy Roosevelt. He didn't say that, of course, but he did say that he has been environmentally friendly. For all my friends who are Republican EN, we can all agree that he's been anything but. Now, when we talk about the debate, a lot of people have asked me, who do you think won? I gotta be honest, guys, I think America won last night. And the reason is because we don't have to worry about another debate where Trump may come out and be brash and he may be like a bully. We don't have to worry about if Joe Biden's gonna have like some type of flub. Overall, last night was your typical presidential debate with the help of a moderator who was ready and prepared to moderate and to keep everybody on task, as well as the mute button. Now, overall, last night, when I think about both candidates, I can't really say that one decisively won. Now, if you're in the Trump camp, you're going to say that he had a fantastic showing, he was steady and calm, and he wasn't screaming. This is true. If you're in the Joe Biden camp, you're going to say he was great. There weren't any moments where he flubbed. He was just really there and present, and he was empathetic when he talked about the parents who have been separated from their children. But the reality is both of those candidates was exactly who you would expect them to be. We didn't learn anything new. We know how Trump is. We know what Trump says, what he does. The same thing with Joe Biden. Nothing was uncovered. And if you came out of last night's debate still undecided, well, I don't know what you're waiting for, but I'd encourage you to sort it out because Election Day is coming quickly. Overall, we saw the debate and it didn't leave anybody with anything we didn't really know, right? We talked about foreign policy, we talked about national security, climate change, coronavirus, leadership, all of these things, and both candidates were exactly as they have portrayed themselves. The one difference was when the president actually talked about and spent a lot of time trying to force Joe Biden into this career politician type of box, which isn't surprising. He even said himself, look, I was actually elected because I'm not a politician. He's not wrong. Now, that might actually become a problem if he wants to be reelected because people might want something different. But that has yet to be decided, and I'm not here making any bets, wagers, or predictions on what's going to happen on November 3rd, 4th, 5th, or 6th. However, when we think about that, that was a very unique strategy for the president, and it was actually pretty much on brand. And the reality is that when we thought he was going to come out and be a bully and he wasn't, that was surprising for people that had expected that type of thing. Now, again, for the Trump campaign, that was the best they could do. And it's important that he was not out there being brash because let's face it, the polls are running close. And while we don't say that the polls are everything, we all remember 2016. Many of us still have PTSD from that moment. But the reality is that for the Trump campaign, they had to work diligently last night to keep him on message, to keep him controlled, and not to seem like he was just out of hand. And they did a good job, so kudos to you guys for getting him under control. Joe Biden, on the other hand, he was there, he was alert, he was ready to debate, and he was ready to talk about policy. He also broke the fourth wall when he wanted to talk directly to the people that have been impacted by coronavirus, the family members that have an empty seat at the table, the people that are missing their loved ones, that will have to celebrate the holidays this year without somebody there. All of these things ring true. So last night's debate was a total wash in terms of anybody unearthing something that was absolutely incredible and they needed to know, or it was no gotcha moments, right? We didn't see one moment where everybody was like, except for maybe, okay, I'll concede on this one. Except for, okay, there was a few points. But the overall thing was that both candidates were on brand, guys. Like, nothing was new. We know who Trump is, we know who Joe Biden is, and now the reality is that early voting has begun. The election will end on November 3rd, and the importance of getting out to vote has never been more imperative than it is in this moment, in this election, right now, today. That is my PSA. That's my call to action from last night's debate, guys. Get out and vote if you haven't. If you have already voted, kudos to you. I plan on early voting here in Florida. I cannot wait to cast my ballot. And I hope that you guys have a fantastic weekend. And please let me know, what did you think of last night's debate? Drop it in the comments below, and I'll see you guys very soon. Have a great day. Bye.